riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, a-plowing through the rugged skies and up a cloudy draw. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh.
Hello guys, Crimsonite first, Alejandro second. Welcome. Rusian third, welcome.
Their brands were still on fire and their hooves was made of steel.
Started in about a minute.
Their horns was black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming on, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh. The ghost riders in the sky.
Alright, let's get started. Are we your chat in a second? And that was Ghost Riders in the Sky. There's a lot of renditions of that cowboy classic, but that particular one you just heard was by the Christopher Lee. Yes. Dracula singing westerns, and it sounds amazing. Oh, my favorite one. I'll start the game up in a sec. My favorite one of Ghost Riders in the Sky is the one by Stan Jones in 1948. There's a couple of record rips, but they're kind of echoey, for lack of a better term. But yeah, let's get started. Wee doggy. Okay, let's see. Then it says, "Happy Good Friday and happy 25th anniversary of the Lexington and Concord." Finally changing from Rusian. I saw that I had to do a double take. Alejandro says, "Sorry, Cooper, but Johnny Cash, Frankie Lane, and Blue Brothers covers are the best." I'm a sucker for Stan because the Stan had cleaner, like a more modern recording of it, which again you had to clean AI. It would be better. But again, the fact that Christopher Lee can hit the drawl that low, like baritone, almost bass register, and he sounds like, if you didn't tell me it was Christopher Lee, would have thought it was like an amazing Southern-born country singer. Outlaw's rendition, yeah, that's the thing with when it comes to like blues, or even like, if you think of Western, it's like pre-blues in that same sense where the guitar is very similar, and there's lots of covers, and it's like there's no one version of it that's the best. You just like pick the one that you like the most. Same shit with jazz. Classical used to be that way until, jazz and blues took over music, and then they started treating it like the sacred text that you couldn't change a single note. Heresy, I say! Heresy! And they wonder why they all sound the same nowadays. Play again. And Christopher, Crimsonite says, "I believe it. Our boy Christopher singing for power metal band for a bit." Yeah, his own project, like Charlemagne, I think it was. And then he had that Christmas album like Jingle Hells, and that was just a whole comedy masterpiece. It was intentionally comedy, by the way. The Stan Jones one is my favorite one. That's the one I love the most. Because the gallop, it's not... Because Christopher Lee just wanted that slow campfire story, kind of like, this is the Ghost Rider you beware of, while Stanley's just that more TV-esque. Hey, if Lone Ranger makes money, we'll turn the Ghost Rider into a TV show too. Here's his theme song. It's an urban legend, but apparently Christopher Lee is from the same family tree as Robert E. Lee's. I can see that. I mean, given they both have, like, a record of war history, American Civil War and, the First World War, respectively, yeah, I can kind of see it. The looks, the beard, the attitude. Robert Duvall has ties to Blood
After
Jungle.
my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son of a bitch, Jim.
What about Bruce?
I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide out from the authorities.
If they made this game today and I was on the dev team, I would tell them that just as a joke to break the immersion 1 second, just hit like a motorbike, like Sons of Anarchy, and you go, what the fuck? And then you get ambushed by natives. That'd be pretty funny. It was 2, not 1? Fuck, why do I keep getting this shit wrong? I fucking hate this crap. Am I going British, Tolkien, World War I? Is that what mine has been doing to me? I'm sorry, all my servers I'm in have been talking about Tolkien
In fact,
again
before I could
because
find
all the
them,
religious talk.
some Indians who fled the Reds and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were.
Indians?
Yeah, they could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades
Hold up.
roaming the landscape.
Hold up, was that the same guy shooting me? Because he was shooting me way too fast for that gun. Oh my god. Robert E. Lee. Oh, that'd be funny. Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot what Bruce Lee's real first name was. Because that's the thing, a lot of those Hong Kong actors had like more anglicized names. Oh, no wonder there's 2 of those fuckers. Like how Bolo Young, like Bolo was not his first name. That was not his real name. He just liked the character that much that he legally changed his name to Bolo. Thel says hello. Tell back. Hello. Wait, so it was Xiaolong Li. That was it? Xiaolong Li. Oh, so it was, sorry, Xiaolong Yung Li Junfan. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Bolo's still looking great for his age. He's still at the gym hitting it. He's like he legit looks like the guy, like, you have to kill me, gun to the chest, before I skip leg day. To be fair, I'll admit I was more of a Bolo fan than a Bruce fan growing up. But again, when I was during that rush hour days of my youth, so Jackie Chan's gonna be like the big guy for me. And I've been going through Bruce's catalog. They're pretty good, but yeah, I think I just was not living in the 70s and 80s when Bruce was like the major guy on the block who made that breakthrough.
Hey, about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul.
It depends on the dialect. Oh yeah, I'm going off of the. I forget what dialect. Is it Canton thing? I think it's Canton. I think they use in Hong Kong. That's what I'm going off of. Did this video just feel different back then? Oh, bro. I mean, Stephen Chow's Shaolin Soccer is also a great one. I can't remember the actors, but when I see their faces, like, I know who that is. Although on YouTube they have, I think it was called Shaolin Basketball, or in English they call it Kung Fu Dunk. They have, I don't know, it might be on YouTube
Now,
still.
where was I? Indians, right. I had more than my share of run-ins with the Red Man. Like that time, did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I could still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again?
Yes, he is.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men.
Are they having a tournament on me? Let me check here. Oh shit! I was not expecting that. Wait, it's 3, 4, 4. Shit. I didn't see tents.
And the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
I I should switch my revolver for this. Oh, you can see the two of them there. I know Lenovo. I think Lenovo was Hong Kong based, the laptop company. Damn it. How much did I? 1, 2. Just the guns. Holy shit. Keep missing. Shit. I will see what you typed. You typed in Lin Fowl.
So, did you ever find him? The man you are after.
Let me ask you something, Ben. You ever think about death?
Yeah, we do, buddy.
Mr. Graves, are you all right?
What is this? Your boy Lee spoke Cantonese. Shaolin Golf. I have not seen that one though. See the Robot Chicken Space Jam with its Tiger Woods and deep characters. Why do I feel that would actually be like moderately entertainment? You're like, there's better ways to spend like 90 minutes. I watched it for Chinese men and killed Golf Clubs. Oh, bro, Beanbag. What was that one? What was it? What was it called? Like Dragon Ninja, the one for fucking Sega. No, the one for the Atari Jaguar. Kasumi Ninja. Yeah, they had the Scottish guy who was killed, and the fucking fireball came out. That would be great. Although I'll ever pay attention to golf. Yeah. Golf needs fucking like Latino soccer announcers. Oh my god, that's great. Because golf is like, it's like librarians invented a sport, you know. Using the kilts in golf, like both staffs, no, bro, they would have like secret, like the pocket, like whistle for the darts and stuff to ruin the score. Because they're like wagering like $1 billion stakes on these games. Bruce Lee spoke Cantonese. And, Bolo Young, like, I forget what part of mainland China was from, but he said, fuck it. I think he was 16 years old, and he actually just swam across the river to Hong Kong. And then he got so fucking jacked, he became Mr. Hong Kong for like 3 years straight, and that's when Bruce Lee said, hey, I want that man in my movies. Okay, the American Civil War, known as the War Between the States. Why don't we call it the War Between the States? That sounds much better. Fratricidal? The fratricidal conflict fought between 61 and 65. On one side of the states was America, known as the Union, or the North. The other side, several slave states seceded from the Union, forming the Confederate States of America, or the South. North prevailed thanks to its industrial power and advantage in numbers. Okay, let's see. Was truly first modern wars, utilizing railroads, telephone lines, steamboats, city artillery, and mass-produced repeating weapons. Of all the wars America participated in, the Civil War reaped the bloodiest harvest, costing the lives of 620,000 men. It was also the conclusion was the beginning of the golden age of the Wild West. Western expansion increased as railroads brought settlers to us at an accelerated pace. Native Americans finally pushed from the lands and shut into Dutch reservations as the cattle business and mining operations boomed. Many of the veterans of war, damaged by the carnage, saw and moved west for new opportunities. Quite a few fell into a life of crime. Many rebel soldiers, bitter over the defeat of the Confederacy, continued to fight the war long after General Lee surrendered the Appomattox. They robbed trains, banks owned by Northerners, and the James Younger gang being the most famous example, creating the legend that we have endured to this day. Play some Jag, but it's okay, he's called the Jog. I've only met one guy who unironically watched enjoying golf. That being said, definitely great for people who enjoy slow methodical gameplay with lots of thought per stroke. Yeah, golf is one of those things that, like, if you play it, it's literally you versus the game, which is obviously why it's such a chore to watch, you know? It's like watching me play fucking point and click. Sometimes you're like, fuck, play something else, damn it. What the fuck? Sing me that spiritual low, low, low. Fucking playing too many games where I toggled the walk as default and then shift to run, so now I'm like pressing shift and nothing's happening. Get through the hostile territory, find Jim. Low. Yes, I own a Faguar, yes.
Won't you spare me over till another year? What is this? that I can't see, with ice cold hands taking hold of me. Well, I am death, none can excel. I'll open the door to heaven or hell. Oh, death, won't you spare me over till another year? Oh, death, someone would pray. Could you wait to call me another day?
Well, it's like McBroom. Oh shit! The wind was so strong it blew me halfway across the other county. It's still going. Gunslinger. Let's see. I don't know. I'm pretty fine off in close quarters. Let's see here. Oh, sprinting. Fast reloads. Holy shit! Let's do this. Yeah, we're gonna get to like the last chapter, and this is gonna be the last thing.
Won't you spare me over till another year?
Okay, it's cool they rendered those.
So are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Oh, shit.
Reed was indeed that son of a bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing.
Doo-doo-doo. Is it the same model as the other one that we fought? Because it looked very similar. Avalanche. That's a great song by Juarez' old
track
band.
those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
Alright, wait for Tony that I'm fucked. Let's go in. Oh shit, can I stick my head up? If I die here. I'm gonna fucking field. Just to get up there first. Okay. Oh shit, this is gonna take forever. Oh god. Avalanche is coming, be prepared. At the Vermont Lion, I say, must say that I'm scared.
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well.
Oh, fuck.
He backed off as I closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle on me.
Was I supposed to kill him? Because I couldn't get him. Can I show? I think the cat. Should have known. Try this again. Bitch. You see, there's no one here, right? Oh, they're up there. Alright, that's why I'm stupid. See, yeah, I can't get them. I just gotta run. I have a cat who can't come inside because one of the dogs doesn't like her, sadly. Aw.
Hell, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Greaves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
Oh shit.
No, sir.
A man who spent half his life killing somebody's brothers, fathers, sons.
I think you were just looking for justice, sir.
Is that what I was looking for, Dwight? Is that what it was?
Look at the whiskey. Whiskey boy. That's the best justice there is, whiskey. Well, did it come inside, he will probably be having a stroke too. Meanwhile, Cat all ends up at grandma's, and Calico hates her Boston Terrier. Oof. Oh, come on. I don't have pets forever. Had a little pufferfish. That thing passed away, fortunately. I inherited that fish super old. Oh! It's always the stupid shit that kills me. It's never these hyper intense situations. It's just falling rocks, falling rocks. Oh, heads up, guys. Oh, shit. I almost hit. Oh, yeah. We'll say, got a work event this Saturday. Next week. So that stream's gonna be next, but I do get this Monday off, your guys' Saturday. So, yay. So maybe on your guys' Easter, we actually can do the Cards Against Humanity thing. If you're down. If you got plans, you got places to go, things to see,
Isn't that why you were hunting the James gang?
The James gang.
Right. Whoa.
I finally found Frank holed up in his mountain cabin, and he was determined to have me dead. It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
That's a fast-ass fucking knife. Holy shit. It's that because my dog is showing you get along with cats.
It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I get dodged into that shit. Free to stream all this weekend? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm free to stream. I'm free to do streams this whole
It
weekend.
was a
yeah.
pitched battle that could have gone either way.
So we might finish the game
Luckily,
tomorrow.
I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I want to keep fucking dodging into this shit. I think every other dodge has been the opposite direction.
It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
Oh, wait, there's a second person there. Shit. Golden Week's the one after next, yeah. Yeah, that one's like most of the days I'll have off, but I'm not sure if I'd stream all those things in like one or two. Okay. Heal up. Go. What? Okay, so how the fuck do I get past that shit? Like how do I get past it? Because there's only one way through. Bye, Sue. Oh, the hideout's got a life bar. I just saw that. So I was like, why is it like this? I fucking missed.
And that son of a bitch! Gonna cut you a new spine!
Oh shit. How the one? Oh my god. Okay, now I still got it wrong here. I let out the facts as I remember them. Nice. That's when the whiskey hits just right. Like you just die for a second. All right, take 17. Oh shit. Didn't mean to use that. Wait, hold on.
That son of a bitch! You're gonna bleed! Gonna make you bleed!
Oh, did it waste that the dynamite? Okay, no. What? The fucking timing for this duck and cover is some bullshit, bro. Okay, I think I have to kind of shoot into this. Oopsie. Wipe the time there for a second. Fuck. There we go. Let's go.
That son of a bitch!
There we go. One more.
Take him out! He's just one man!
There we go. One more. Come on.
Come here! Lily liver bastard!
Okay, I know what I gotta do. Gotta draw fire. Back there. Oh, fuck. I'd be standing when I do this shit. Fuck, it's so narrow. I wish I was not shit at throwing up.
It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case.
Me crouch is what's
It's always
killing
good to
me.
be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them. Jack.
Oh, I see. Wait, I'm gonna do it like that, then never mind.
Take him out! He's just one man!
One more. Okay, we figured out how to do
This is
this.
gonna hurt!
That fourth one was new. That was definitely not there last time.
Want that bastard dead!
Shotgunner? What the fuck's the shotgunner? That's let's go. Please work. Please work. Please work. Oh god, we have to get back more dynamite? Oh shit. Alright. Alright. One more. 7, 8, and 3. Presto! Alright. Fireball's the best whiskey? Oh yeah.
That
Fresh
old shack?
fireball.
Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
Everyone's got fucking like Looney Tunes physics here, man.
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life. Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will. At this point, I just don't give a shit.
Ass ready in the air? Let's do this shit.
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else. You want Reed? Have at him.
I never did like that bastard. I am done here.
Honestly, that voice acting is on point. You don't give a shit the lip sync isn't
We
even
parted
okay.
in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
One second. My nugget is nearby. Let's see. Yeah, fresh fireball is great, but after I think about a month, it tastes kind of weird. Like, not bad, but it's not like it's a completely different drink. Alejandro says I watched a French action comedy with my dad on Thursday, Taxi from 1998, where a taxi driver teams up with policemen to stop a gang of German bank robbers. And of course, comes and says, "See fucking Germans." Where's that nugget? Where's the nugget at? Give me the nugget. Is it around the other side then? Wait. Taxi driver drives the businessman to the airport in just 14 minutes, all while doing 135 miles per hour. The film uses a number of both current and retired F1 drivers for the stunt too. Dope. Frank James. Alexander Frank James is primarily remembered as James' older brother, a guerrilla fighter in the Civil War, and a co-leader of the James Younger gang. During the war, he joined the ranks of Quantrill's Rangers and allegedly participated in the infamous massacre of the 200 men and boys in Lawrence, Kansas. He continued his quote-unquote war, F7, against the Union by robbing banks and trades. 5 months after his brother's murder, Frank James surrendered to the governor, saying, "I have been hunted for 21 years, have literally lived in the saddle, and have never known a day of peace." He was one long, anxious, and inexorable eternal vigil. They ended his statement by saying, "Governor, I haven't let another man touch my gun since 1861. To everyone's surprise, he was never sentenced for his crime. He died at the respectable age of 72 in 1915 after trying his hand at many different jobs, including offering guided tours of the James family farm for 25 cents a pop." This is what a lot of Tumblr things can be like. It's okay, guys. He's sorry. He understands. You know, but at least with him, Jay's older brother Alexander James there, it was a very different time. A time where your gun was essentially the law when there was no rangers around. So you could argue it's an extension of might makes right, and some would say, "Nah, bro, we're all crazy here. It's just whoever makes it to the finish line." We're the fucking nuggies, Frank. William Quantrill is a ruthless.
So what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts.
And now you're finished.
But I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again.
Oh shit. I rushed out too fast. Fuck. I jump backwards in time? Yeah, we mean. Mastermind behind Lawrence Massacre in Kansas, so that's what that massacre was. Weirdly enough, do you guys remember SpongeBob having a magazine? Because they actually had a Wild West one with SpongeBob, you know, they called it a Calamity ad and all that other cool shit there. It was not like a regular magazine, like a quarterly magazine. Because the point of a gun was the only law Liberty understood. The man who shot Liberty Valance. Why would I read like Valance? Down here, boy.
I'm gonna shoot you dead.
Let's see you try. Oh, it's not working on him. I can actually get my ass down there. Die. I'm shooting you in the crotch. You're supposed to be dead at this point. Fucking ammo sponge.
But rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that sumbitch out. "Hey, Reed!" I shouted. "No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr. While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly.
You gotta
At least she was to me.
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch!
Wild West shows. When we think about Wild West, we imagine cowboys driving nervous horrors at cattle saloons and dancing girls, gunfights at high noon, stagecoach robberies, and handsome heroes coming to the rescue. Every bit of it is sensational, romanticized claptrap. So where did our idea of the American century... My brain's mushing everything together. So where did our idea of the American frontier of the 19th century come from? It came from William Frederick Cody, or Buffalo Bill, his nickname earned after slaughtering 4,000 bison in the course of 18 months to feed railroad workers, sold this picture of the Old West to an Eastern audience, both American and European. With Buffalo Bill's Wild West, a live show combining elements of the circus and theater, to the audience delight, Cody recreated various historical events, showcased famous and authentic celebrities, such as Wild Bill Hickok, Annie Oakley, and Sitting Bull, among other stars in his shows, presented iconic situations associated with life on the frontier, employed sharpshooters, riders, and real Native American Indians. It was a perfect idealized version of the Wild West set to rousing music. Cody had numerous imitators, and attending the so-called Wild West shows became a very popular pastime east of the Mississippi. Even celebrity outlaws like Cole Younger and Frank James had their own traveling shows. To this day, American rodeos are not too far removed from these early displays of Wild West daring do. I remember Pass to the West. That was the magazine issue? Or was that the episode? I gotta remember which one. And then it says, Quantrill also fought on Wilson's Creek, which is now on the national battlefield. Went over there for Labor Day last year and got hit to listen to reenactors from Louisiana 3rd talk about the Confederacy. Alejandro says, if Bellstar isn't an actual porn star, then it may as well be. Don't tell me that's going to be your porn star name, Alejandro. Please, no. Please, no. And then it says, really nice to hear guys read honest letters from actual Confederates describing their motivations and conditions and not a hacking demonization of all Southerners and slave owners. That was the episode. Yeah, I don't really remember the episode. I remember the magazine. Like, that was like just Western adjacent, as opposed to the episode proper. I think it's kind of tells you about the writing. Like, I remember more from that god-awful Atlanta Square Panties than Pest of the West. But Lost in Time, that one I remember fondly. Yeah, even our history teacher had us read letters from the Confederates and the Union soldiers, as well as, former slaves set free, describing their life on whether they be, single house slaves or on the plantation. And the experiences were very different. It was not a very uniform thing, surprisingly. But I guess that's just history for you. We want the Cliff Notes version, which makes it easier and less difficult to remember. Because history is complicated as fuck. You ever get into a poli-sci?
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him?
There's gonna be one major asshole, and it's time to spread them, boys.
I don't think he knows who we are.
I don't care to know who he is. Go higher. Oh shit. Shooting gallery. Fuck, come on, reset. One, two.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed.
So where's the saloon piano player? Hey.
I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers.
Give me a sec, I'm gonna fucking last second I'm calling you right now. Come on, give me an 80, come on. Now my hand was too far gone. These things are moving way worse. I hate Atlanta Square Panties. I didn't like it because it just felt like they could have done a lot more with the idea. I mean, think this way: Atlanta Square Panties is, you know, this weird alien Greek version of Atlantis. That's fine. But when you have a musical episode and you get David Bowie as your guest and you don't have him sing a song, and I'm not even a humongous David Bowie kind of guy. He's like all right to me, but you get a singing guy to not sing in your musical as the King of Atlantis. When SpongeBob did Who Bob What Pants, you know, at least they got Ray Liotta in there to be a fucking 50s greaser, the bubble popping gang. That did more with Ray Liotta than they did with David Bowie in that episode. Hello, welcome, Mr. Animate Acumen. Alarm says, because after the Disney film, every other picture Atlantis you saw was afterwards, can only pale comparison? No, I mean, I love the, to be fair, I love the Edward Case Atlantis, but I'm not against the Greek version of Atlantis, or even the DC Aquaman version of Atlantis. Yeah, but it's mostly just a rhyming thing. Like, the songs were kind of lackluster, and they didn't do anything. Like, you could have set Atlantis with another regular city in that special, and it would have been fine. Like, they were cool ideas, but they never really went anywhere. Like, let's go. Gotta get him first. Get my hands right spot. Slightly check on everything. I'm trying not to click so fucking fast. So hard to get the honor. Get your hands in the right spot. There we go.
And repay him I did.
Yeah, what gets admitted is a lot of good number of plantation workers took care of the slaves. After that day's money, a slave, let alone plantation, huge investment. Correct, from what I was reading, a lot of people couldn't afford more than one slave in the South, those who did. Just think about that. Most people in the South couldn't afford a slave. Most couldn't. And they could have only afforded one, maybe two, and they were treated more like a stepchild. Not a terrible stepchild in most cases, but a stepchild. So they were still some family. And let's face it, and there was also unfortunately some legal fuckery that if you want to set your slaves free, for some cases it was a kid. You set them free, but they got captured again. They're slaves again to somebody else. So sometimes it's just better to keep them as a slave and legally in name only than, you know, set them free and hope they don't get recaptured, unfortunately. When people think of the $1 million plantations like in Django Unchained and shit, that's like the cream of the crop, like the 0.1%. Like the 0.1%. Like 1% of 1%. No, like 10% of 1%. Very small number. Very few can afford that. Alejandro says, like a kid today would run thing about dinosaurs in the Lost World and King Kong looks like shit. They watched one of the Jurassic World movies. Nah, it wasn't that. And Anthony says, on the other hand of history, people like Harriet Tubman, who worked for, were cruel to her. Yeah. Harriet Tubman had a really fucked up childhood. Like legit, she had a brick thrown at her, and that's why she got the scar on her head. Because when she was a little girl, she went into the master's household and tried sugar because she didn't know what the hell sugar was. Refined sugar. She was trying to eat it. That's why she got so bad, threw a brick at her fucking forehead. Yeah, it was very wild. But to think everyone was doing the Django Unchained thing, you need slavery would have to get a lot cheaper, and they have to be making a lot more profit off of their crops. And so unless you had a really valuable crop like indigo or rice, I mean cotton's valuable, but indigo was just more valuable but a lot more intense because purple historically is one of the hardest colors to make. That's why royalty almost always was a purple color.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame you never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him.
7-14, let's do this.
6 months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
We send them back in a body bag to Bolivia. Anthony says, if I remember correctly, Jefferson and Lee both had it in the wills that the slaves be set free. That is true. Lee had it because, you know, because again, his home was in the South. Like, literally, his South was his state. Legit. If it was associated with the Union instead of the Confederacy, you would have had Grant and Lee on the same team. They probably could have, you know, could have steamrolled Confederacy a lot faster, probably in about a year's time or less. But his home was on the opposite side of that. I think it was the Mason-Dixon line, what it was called, 5950, and that's what happened. And I know Jefferson wanted slaves to be free, but he also understood that they had just fought, you know, the American Revolution, and it would be kind of crazy to have another civil war and then risk the English coming back and potentially being reconquered as colonial assets again. So, yeah, it was nothing he wanted to do, but logistically at the time, if they didn't prove that they could hold their own of the nation, they would have been taken back into the English by force, and then the English would have had the say in everything. All I understand, I was not gonna lie, when I first thought of all-time bathtub when I heard Harry Tubman's name for the full time. Yeah.
40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
Which is why I have the rifle. Harry Tubman, I think the saddest thing for Tubman that really kind of pushed her to being, you know, the liberator of slaves that she was her first husband. Because when you got married to a slave in the South, you know, it's like, you know, till death do you part. Sometimes they'd say till death or distance do you part, because, you know, families will sometimes be sold, unfortunately. And so when they were escaping, in the middle of it, halfway through, some of them wanted to go back to the plantation because they were too scared. And Harriet Tubman's first husband was one of them. So she saw firsthand that sometimes people were just so afraid of the risk of failure and dying. Shit. They would rather go back and die slaves.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one,
that's what
Roscoe Bob Bryant. That son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again.
What you did to escape was super fucked up too. Oh yeah. Please explain that, cinema. I believe you've been there. Oh fuck.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant. That son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years.
Oh shit, no!
He'd be close to 70.
For all you know, he could have been dead.
How many
That thought
fuckers are
had
there?
indeed crossed my mind, as did others.
I'm trying to find. Oh, Jesus. How many shotgunners are there? Smash, 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 smash.
For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after?
If you mean an
By this
alcoholic,
point
then
in
no.
my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had.
We're speedrunning, boys and girls. Just smash
I
that
was furious
jump.
as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. A man with no family, no friends,
But a bunch of hookers
no
and cocaine.
purpose except shooting Bob Bryant dead.
That's depressing.
Nothing
Shit.
could stop me from taking his life.
How many fucking
Been after that killer
shotgunners?
forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
No, you gotta cut.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
You gotta do
Suddenly
that.
it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
No, you gotta do that before I can tell you that story. I gotta tell you this story, but like 3 of them. Alright, skill points? Oh, shit. Alright, that would have been helpful like a minute ago. The engraved ranger. Oh shit. Ivory handle quick shooter. Let's see what's next here. You know, like concentration mode stuff. We don't really use that though. Army of Potomac had 2,111 soldiers on both sides buried in the mansion's garden and used as a headquarters. Alejandro asks, is it black pill saying the American Civil War, in my opinion, proved that the great American experiment of the concept of the U.S. in the end was a failure? Civil War only happened when countries fail and fall. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily black pilling, but I think that's just how every country is, unfortunately. Everything has an expiration date. Even Rome had to fall, man. Holding on to a shattered dream, what makes it depressing is not that it's a shattered dream. It's that you're trying to use the same failed state instead of tweaking what works. If you know your car is leaking oil, you gotta get that shit fixed. You don't let the car keep leaking oil. Oh shit.
The town was falling apart. Just like me.
Come on, dude, spit out your teeth. You wanna see those gums flap? Show me them sexy dentures. Clack, clack. Because with the U.S. at least they have a better defined set of rules and values, but it's people willingly ignoring that causes the American thing to fail. While other countries, you know, they don't even have as defined as the U.S. and they just kind of are running in circles.
But I wasn't about to call it quits.
Get in there. Wee doggy. Roscoe Bob Bryant, a member of John Kinney's gang during the Lincoln County War in New Mexico. He's allegedly killed by Selma scouts near Seven Rivers, Mexico in '78. However, there are rumors that the corpse was misidentified and Bryant kept living, joining other gangs and continuing his criminal career. Supposedly, he started as a grunt in the gang of Juarez Mendoza after the McCall brothers, Ray and Thomas, nearly took out the entire gang all by themselves. This forced the Mexican bandits to recruit any and all troublemakers, even some from across the border. That was the young Bryant's last certificate of crime, which brought him, if the rumors are to be believed, on the wing of two at the time fairly anonymous gunslingers, Johnny Ringo and Jim Ringo, hired to help Juan Mendoza rebuild his fearsome reputation after beating it took from the McCalls. Bryant's first murder was the lynching of the Greaves brothers, committed more with his companions after the youngest Greaves dared to beat the bandits at a poker table. Okay. Anathema says Razor's Lincoln Ranch is the lightest war I've ever seen. It truly is. When you learn how the narrative is pushed for Civil War, it really is eye-opening. Granted, for U.S. history, we had to read a book that was of huge importance, and I chose to read the Uncle Tom's Cabin book. Because when Lincoln himself told the author, what was her name? It was a three-name author. It was, I want to say Mary Shelley, but I know that's Frankenstein. Like, what the fuck was her name? I'm looking it up right now. Harriet Beecher Stowe, was that it? Let's find out. I think it's Harriet Beecher Stowe. Let's see here. Harriet Beecher Stowe, that was it, yes. Harriet Beecher Stowe wrote that shit. So Lincoln, after the war, literally told this lady, so you're the little lady responsible for starting this great war. Because the thing with the popularity of her book, which of course, you know, was dramatized and sensationalized, it was kind of, if people were doing their damnedest not to talk about, you know, the issue of slavery, like, we can still get along, right? And this book comes to the fucking forefront and becomes everyone's fucking talking point. Like, you see what they're doing with
Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
He's not
The
thirsty
Wild
for
Bunch
you.
knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around.
Yeah, cause like, what's that incident? The recent shooting that happened? I forget where it was. But you know how Netflix is already trying to make a movie on that shit? It's like
I
that.
intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse.
Where? East, Bud, Nugget,
Like I said,
shit.
The bandits knew I was on to them.
Oh, shit.
They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Oh, fuck, no wonder. I didn't see you up there. Holy shit. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. I gotta get that one fucking upstairs. Holy shit.
But you obviously prevailed since you said
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
Oh, shit.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack.
Shit. Holy fuck, the ring on those things.
Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
there was silence all around me.
Ooh, it's all in your head. It's a metaphor for stress and PTSD. And hand me more whiskey, bro. Shut
I
up.
could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy Bob.
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop.
I need that nugget. Let's go back upstairs. I need that nugget. Let me go. Where is that stupid ass secret? Sundance Kid. Harry Alonso. Wait, let me check chat first. I said that Russia failed in 1917. I'm thinking about it, the dream of the Roman gladiator. And then Emma says, although I do think that Yugoslavia would be close to what the US would experience if worst case scenario ever came to fruition. Yes, because considering that states are essentially miniature, the American states are basically countries in miniature. In terms of culture, yeah, Balkanization's a thing, yeah. Alejandro says, again, when legend becomes fact, print the legend. That's how I feel about Lincoln. If we're too far into the world, I've changed my mind about Abe, so you're just shouting in the air. Not necessarily. I mean, it can change, but it will take a while, and I mean like 40, 50 years to undo the damage. It just takes time. Education is the best prevention, but it also takes the longest. But that's why it's effective. You are hardwiring, you're building a better foundation. You could do a cheap foundation and everything sticks for now, but eventually it will give fucking way. There's a reason why even people like, they try to make Rome look crazy and shit, it still holds up after all these years. Crimson says, whatever I think he raised today, I do not remember him advocating slavery in his video against Lincoln. Nah, because the thing about it is that it was the states' rights issues. But what's easier for the average person to comprehend than get U.S. politics? Slavery, which is a moral issue, or states' rights, which is a neutral issue that's not moral in any particular direction. That's just how history gets remembered, because it's easier to associate with one than the other. Alon says, then again, legislation opinion on Columbus last century since 1920 has been slow reevaluation of Richard III. Exactly. And then it says, New London, Connecticut, remove their Columbus statue, and the towns are rightfully pissed. She also says, it depends on how insane the head of the ruling administration is. Yeah. Let's check out the Sundance Kid. Harry Alonso Longabarra earned his moniker by serving an 18-month sentence for his horse thievery in Sundance, Wyoming at the age of 15. His name, however, was brought alongside Butch Cassidy and was a member of the Wild Bunch. He was often called the Gunslinger, with not a single death by shooting, which can easily be attributed to the Sundance Kid. It is quite possible that the newspapers at the time mistook him for another truly marked murderer of the bunch, Harvey, a.k.a. Kid Curry, for Sundance. Together, his wife Ida Place and Butch Cassidy, they fled the U.S. and authorities in pursuit of them hiding in South America. There, in Bolivia, he allegedly died alongside his friend in 1908. Though we cannot be sure, as there are those who believe the Longabarra returned to the United States and lived for many years under a different name. His story will forever remain a mystery. Crimson Eye says, everybody strawmans those who defend us on the basis of states' rights. Well, classic detected in the book, like how Apple were going to spy on iCloud users for cheese pizza. Yep. Never mind the violation of privacy. Alejandro says, I don't think Confederacy would have lasted that long, to be honest. If it had seen the Union's success, the 19th century came to a close, it would have been an idiot not to rejoin. Exactly. Exactly. People also don't ever mention like how everyone's like, oh, the slavery was bad. I'm like, if that was the case, then why do Lincoln argue that it's a cancer that shouldn't spread? He had no intention of doing any case of abolition for it. Emancipation Proclamation only freed slaves in the South, not the northern states like Maryland, which were still dependent upon it. And he gave the South multiple chances to rejoin the Union, albeit with an unaltered deal. Which is, but if the deal, currently isn't good, why would you rejoin? That's the big thing. So the more you put these together, you're more like, yeah, Lincoln's called the Great Emancipator because he was pushed by a lot of abolitionist groups to say, you know what, if they're not going to rejoin the Union anyway, they're going to fight back, you may as well punish them by crippling their economy. That was the argument. And that's why Lincoln eventually kind of used that slavery tact, because it was like, oh, if they're going to not join, we're going to punish their economy. And that's what happened. But people, of course, they don't want to believe it's all about economics. They want to believe it's about morals. And that's kind of the thing. You realize that most wars are not moral wars. Very few truly are at the end of the day. That crushes people. And I think that's what it's more denial of human nature, the nature of politics, as opposed to just one particular person with a cult of personality. And slavery was dying in the 50s and 60s. That is correct. Thanks in part to the industrialization. The very thing that made the cotton gin made cotton more popular initially. But once more machines got modernized, which they don't talk about later, it made it easier to do so with less labor. And what's cheap? And think about it, if you do it with less human labor, slaves included, it's easier to maintain. You don't have to feed a machine. You don't need slaves. Industrialization was going to come to the South anyway, albeit just later, because they didn't, have all the minerals that the North did. So it was on a time eventually. It's not like the Romans who would literally take captive slaves and make them fight in gladiator games for entertainment's sake.
Here, there, even over there.
So I am right. You are touched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer.
Oh my
Actor
god.
Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns ablazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past.
Oh, I gotta keep running.
Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
Road to Perdition with Tom Hanks is a damn good movie. I like it. Daniel Craig wasn't actually terrible in that film, surprisingly. Yeah.
I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me.
Oh, fuck. I just gotta shoot. Oh my god, he's so fucked. I would have gotten it. I still like it.
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him.
Okay. I understand some people have a problem with modern sweatshops. They have no problem with modern sweatshops because it's today. It's easy to say slavery was evil, they shouldn't have done it back then, when you're not paying it. But if I told them, for example, that no sweatshop in China means you're gonna pay 3-4 times the price for your new iPhone, your new computer, your new whatever, they don't want to hear that because now their money's tight, and now it's tangible. If you could get them to associate that kind of mentality with the South back in the day, I'm not saying it's gonna justify slavery at all, but they're gonna be more understanding about why the issue took so long to crack down on. Because sometimes for an issue to be melted, you can either brute force it, or it's got to be right place, right time. Chris says, as Chris Fox called it, selected outreach. Why don't advocate boycotts anymore? If you're boycotting one company, you gotta boycott them all. Fair enough, you may as well learn to grow your own shit and learn to DIY things, which would be cool anyways. Not to mention, Anthony says, that many brands are under the umbrella of one larger corporation. Exactly, yeah. What was it with Robin Williams said, we couldn't even do the protest China Save Tibet stickers because those fucking things are made in China too. I'm like, oh, that's fucking terrible. Okay, Wild West Ghost Towns. The Wild West was inhabited by rapidly migrating groups of pioneers with new opportunities. Whether it be arable land, farm and pasture land or grazing cattle, or rich mineral deposits of gold or silver from mining. They came in droves to make their fortune, creating large, spontaneous communities known as boom towns. When this source of wealth ran out, gold vein was depleted or prices for a commodity fell rapidly. The boomtown was started out, leaving empty streets and abandoned houses, the death of the Wild West dream right here. These are time Kano's ghost towns. One of the best is in Bannock, Montana, famous for the 1860 gold rush. And sheriff, there was another than Henry Plummer. Later revealed the leader of a massive gang of bushwhackers and killers known as the Innocents. When they go around the Bannock, so when they go right now, Bannock was banned. Today, it's for tourists looking for a taste of the Old West. And no, I have no idea what the Yelp ratings are for any of those pasta places. After all, spaghetti westerns. Shit. Oh, fuck. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, man. I should probably speak to one pistol. I'm having this Comcast, for example. I'll keep hammering this until it comes to Phantom Menace. Do not send for Universal Parks because Disney is supposedly floundering. I mean, to be fair, I've seen what they're doing with their new Adventureland kind of thing there, or Adventure World, whatever they're calling it. They're beating Disney at their own interactive game. I mean, I'm not even just saying it because Disney's, floundering. I mean, even when Disney was good, I personally just prefer how Universal does it. And this Comcast wing is just entertainment shipper. That is very fucking true. And that's the hard part. Like, if you really want to do it, you gotta go completely indie, and that means cutting off everything AAA. But when AAA is your standard, what the fuck do you do? Says, besides that, your ambivalence is far more effective than your hatred. Exactamundo. Says, the British replaced black with orphan children and poor single women. Correcto. Treat like a salad bar. Take what you want and leave the rest. Yeah, and I'm slapping nacho cheese on everything. You want that gelatin? Nacho cheese. You want the lettuce? Nacho cheese. Bacon bits? Nacho cheese. Banana? Nacho cheese. You're getting cheese whether you like it or not, just because they fucking can. So a culture war is noise at this point. It's noise because no one fucking acts on it. Well, that's incorrect. There are people who act on it, and as you said with artists, they don't. The productive ones usually keep hush hush until the project's fucking done. Oh shit. So yeah. Fuck me. Oh, shit. One. Okay, so it takes just one bullet to or two. So just like, okay, 2 left taps. Gotcha. I got you wasting bullets and shit. That's for you, James Buchanan. I shoot bad boys, but every bad boy I shoot, I name a U.S. presidents. James Monroe. Oh shit. Come on, we need one for William Harding. Let's go. Wait. How the fuck are they shooting? How are they shooting through the trees? They're not speaking Vietnamese. What the fuck? I'm still president for abandoned JP parks to the inferior JW. I think honestly, I do agree Jurassic World sucks, but I think it's just because kids in Japan who love dinosaurs, they go all fucking in, so they probably think that the Jurassic World branding is the thing, when it's really just the Jurassic. You just put Jurassic anything. You could call it Jurassic Tank, and these fucking kids would have bought that shit. Fuck. What the fuck are they doing? Holy shit. Oh. They're teleporting, motherfuckers. The Wild West and the Dark Souls of civilization. We got a fucking... It's dynamite behind that. Push for air. Fuck, behind me too. Shit. I can't see where anyone and everything is at. Fuck. Winchester. Go Winchester. Name of Grover Cleveland, where are you guys at? Oh fuck, I see it. Down there, I see. Oh no. Right, we gotta breach the door. Am I stuck? Oh shit. Stuck. Don't tell me I'm stuck. Oh shit. I might be stuck. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh no. Come on, how do I get here? Let's get the hell out of here. Oh my god. Kill me. I'm stuck. I think I'm stuck. Holy shit. Maybe we should call it to water to shield their own products. I mean, your product's good. You would not need that cultural angle ever. Fuck. God damn it, I got stuck. More pissed they got about the lawsuits about dumb teenagers than geeky public anime style. I got my little rant on that shit. Yeah, just kidding. Think about the tossing change on dueling dragons. Oh, my bad. Ironically, the right has to be like conscious and see the music production to keep them from keep them from Hollywood animal style. It's either you gotta keep them from Hollywood, or you gotta make an alternative to Hollywood. And accept that right now, it's not gonna be as good production-wise as Hollywood currently. Maybe like 60, 70 kind of budgets. And then once you get big, you then keep them out. But I think it's gonna be like the internet with like lackadaisy, where it's gonna be completely so decentralized. You're gonna have media that's as big as Hollywood giants, like individual IPs, but you're not gonna have these massive companies anymore. Not to the same degree, you know.
And in the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hart, just like I remember.
Like, I'm gonna ask you, like, if you guys know this, for example, do you know who fuck, I hate this thing. I was in the clear too before I got fucking stuck. Shit. Like, do you know the record label Blackened? No, it's not a race thing. It's not a race thing. Fuck! Give me a goddamn second. Holy shit. How are you shooting me through all this bull crap? What the? Hate this. Oh, fuck. Get cover, get cover. Fuck, I thought I got those cocksuckers. Shit. Three corporate marks, chicken jockey, hey, Vtubers. Well, someone has to make this shit. Like, there's always gonna be some cringy bullshit nowadays. But nowadays, with, you know, if it's not TikTok, they're just being tired of being told, fuck off, man, that you're not, you know, when I was like 10 years ago, it's like, oh, chicken jockey, stupid, but spaghetti, you know, from YouTube poop back in the day. Same behemoth, different size. It's just them doing their crazy shit. But now it's fucking everywhere. That's what makes it unbearable. YouTube poops were only YouTube poops. Now it's got fucking $1 million movies doing that shit. I think where the real anger comes from. Companies trying to embrace me and being cringy as fuck about it. Oh no.
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun. But no ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
What's wrong with that? Dogs are cute, bro. Rather than talking to horses, they look at you like, I should kick you in the back of the head. And again, Minecraft becoming Zoomer RHPS. Yeah, well, to be fair, it's the best-selling video game fucking ever. It's the only game, I think, besides GTA 5 to outsell Tetris. And that says a lot. I haven't thought about says Angel Studios is the closest Hollywood alternative I can think of at the moment. Yeah, but yeah. Chris says you have Daily Wire, well controlled opposition. I wouldn't even count. Yeah, I wouldn't even count the Daily Wire because it makes the exact same thing in a slightly different flavor. It's not making anything different. Like it had a fucking another generic looking Family Guy alternative cartoon, and I hate those because they're just so stupid to make. Like I don't even want to make a Simpsons 2.0 to be completely fair. But all we can easily make a Family Guy 2.0. It's just so bad. Like even before the politics. Oh, was it Brickleberry,
Newman Hayes
TV.
Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Yeah, those fuckers, the two creators made 3 of those goddamn shows. 3 of them. With multiple seasons too. Yeah, and every time you see a shitty Adult Swim cartoon, it's always in that Family Guy thing. It's just too easy to make. I'll admit, it takes effort to make good shit, and it will take a while to make. But it's just annoying how every time you get a new adult cartoon, it's always crass, vulgar shit. Like, I'm not saying you gotta be private, because that's, a fun, silent kind of thing. But there's some effort there, at least, to be a little bit different, instead of the same thing that we're tired of seeing. We're tired of seeing X and more of the same thing, we're still tired of it. Even if it's just like... Oh, fuck. There's so much bullshit here, fuck. What did, I'll have to say? Answers are because they aren't strictly Christian, film, despite the name put. And Twin Souls films, Christian films created to the choir. Yeah, and those films weren't even good, unfortunately, because those were films that were by Christians, for Christians, but not even in the fun entertainment. It's like, they're Christian movies, Christian first, movie second. But if you want to, be the culture shame like you have the good Christian media back in the 60s and 70s, you gotta balance both. Say what you want, but when 90s Daredevil, as violent as those comics were, can do a better job of theology than your theology-exclusive movie, you've got a problem there. Trying to eat Sanguinus. Thel's trying to eat Sanguinus. Oh no. You're like, oh, good entertainment. Is that not too much to ask? It might be too much to ask, but I think it depends on the question. What the fuck do you mean by good entertainment? Let me grab my iced coffee from the fridge. Give me a minute. Okay, where were we? God's Not Dead made Kevin Sorbo the punching bag left that he is today. Yeah, honestly, God's Not Dead, I'll say it this way. There were 3 points in God's Not Dead where the film could have ended and it would have been a decent movie, but it kept going, and it kept going, and it kept going. So it would pick the 4th ending. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, don't introduce 4 fucking plot threads if you can't balance them. Like, there's enough plot threads you could have made God's Not Dead 1 and 2 with that shit. Not the actual, like, you could have turned the first film into 2 movies. 2 separate films. They try to cram so much in there. Again, if your film's 4 hours long and the pacing's good, I don't give a shit. I've sat through one of I've sat through the
William
Irish.
Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
But there are 90-minute films from the 2000s that feel way longer. Catwoman feels way fucking longer than Lawrence Arabian, and that shit's a fuck ton shorter. I don't give a fuck. I can leave the high ground. Okay, yeah. It's 3, 2, 1. Oh fuck! They got me surrounded. Ah fuck! I need to microphone this. I have to be methodical about this, but I also have to be on the move, which makes it really bad. Like here, pick one shit spot. It's over. Someone to the right that didn't fucking see. Yeah, I know what you meant by that. Yeah, like, a dose of Buckley is a great
William
YouTuber,
Brocious,
but
John Peters, Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
because his analysis is on point, but holy fuck, he will take any hot shot at Kevin Sorbo just because of God's idea. Just a shame because he was a damn good Hercules. Disappointed. I know he meant to read the script dialogue by accident. But that feels like a very Hercules thing. Oh, like Hercules is disappointed in you. He only has a third person who's bad at you. Let's go. Who the fuck behind me? And if this is cover, quick. Oh shit. This would have been a good time for some of those close quarters.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
Okay, I see. Oh, he's not close. Oh shit! Wasn't there a second ago? Evening. He's having a peyote dream right now. I think he is. Hercules Bells want Nintendo clues. Oh my god. Anime says I did not care for Tombstone 93.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
I think he's just on the good whiskey, bro. The Dalton brothers, but how about the Zodion brothers? Oh shit.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Fuck. I gotta just... Oh shit. Alright.
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed.
Oh, fuck
Each
off.
one deader than the next.
Can you stop saying names? We're gonna
I thought
die.
I would go crazy.
Fuck. Oh! Oh, fuck! What the fuck kind of... Oh, my God. Fuck. No! Oh my god, this is a fucking bus rush gauntlet. Holy fuck. Christian Pop, I just interested in Westerns in general. I don't blame you. Westerns are very 50-50. It's very much just gun shooting everywhere, or it's very, you know, deep about the sense of justice and belonging and what your life is. Those are the two main flavors. It's like Cyberpunk, you know, guns flying everywhere, or what does it mean to be human? This new better not to replace Arnold as Conan with the Call film. It's going to be Conan and Arnold. They're going to change the it from Conan to Call. Yeah, because if Conan was just like a B list role, they would have changed it for sure. Could have died. I shoot on my shoulders. We're fighting every day with Old West right now. Let's face it. When the whiskey is hitting really good, yeah, it's annoying because I
the Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
The one perk I didn't fucking upgrade the whole game, now I fucking need it. Because all the rest of the game was just... it's just that these fuckers get me through everything with double shooters. But the revealing is what fucking does me in. That point? Shit. There we go.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
And the air I would have, you know, the best vantage point. The game's like, you can't go there because it's gonna count like the game over. Oh, fuck. Oh. Match. You gotta catch me. I'm ginger crack man. We're cracking that man.
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next.
Oh, fuck off you. Oh, fuck. You don't understand, Mr. Willis. Everywhere I see dead people. Fuck. Fuck. Run. I like barely shoot me. Oh, fuck. I'm done. Holy hell, man. Let's give me a head down to Ozarks for a weekend to go to Silver Dollar City? If you don't gotta shoot for your fucking life, do that.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
Finding aesthetic to be Snoofest central? No, the way you're about that is how I feel about a lot of medieval films. Those sounds were, the same problem. There was a lot of cool aesthetic there, but the issue is the movie goers, they now think everything is fucking drab before the 1940s, you know?
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry.
Kid Curry's guns.
Thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Fuck! Give me that shit. 3.
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next.
Fuck, what?
I thought I would go crazy.
Fuck, die! Damn it! Why did he not want to fucking die? So everything should have the old with Skyscraper and Megacore? Exactly. Well, Crichton has the best idea for fictional theme parks. Yeah, he did. Yeah, medieval fantasy, yeah, that's the thing about it. Again, if people did their actual fucking research, they'd see how colorful the Wild West can be. Like, think about it. If you have an Old West in Mexico, and you use a fucking, like, the colors from the other day, because that's in every authentic Mexican garb. Yeah, when Robert Rodriguez's Once Upon a Time in Mexico has more color than your historically accurate quote-unquote Wild West film, you fucked up. You done fucked up. This weird idea that the past has to be boring and drab-looking, but the modern shit feels cool. Maybe because we know it wasn't perfect.
The Dalton brothers. Robert
I'm so
Grattan,
sorry for being stuck on
of the
this
Garden
shit.
of the Dead.
Honestly, I can't think of the spawn pattern. Like, it feels like it's random as shit. Oh, fuck, give me that. Give me repeaters. Fucking hell, okay, give me that.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Oh, fuck, right into them. Shit. Run, really. Fuck. There's barely enough cover with these fucking things. And you see that you spawn in the fucking
James and
tombstones.
Jim Reed, each one deader than the next.
Oh, he just appeared on me? What the fuck? Gotcha. What killed me? Oh my god. This fucking ass. Holy shit. These are present exactly. It's why a lot of times you get futuristic shit that looks really colorful and crap. Because the future, it's idealized. Grimm says, "Why Alex world is different compared to other fantasy?" Yeah, but like I said before, a lot of people feel like with Tolkien's fantasy, it's the only way to do it. When there's a lot more shit, like Oliver can do it that way. Me not like The Witcher, but at least The Witcher's like somewhere in the middle between all that shit. You look at Robert E. Howard's fantasy, there's lots of vibrant colors and crap. One of the reasons I liked Harry Potter so much as a kid, because even though they did the opposite. They made England this dreary place, because granted Harry's life was fucking dreary as shit. And then the first two films, there was color everywhere. Like the villains were on the green, they had purple turbans. It was the Quidditch field, the game was like red, greens, there's colors everywhere. That's why I liked it. It was the first time I saw a fan film, and I was like, I actually want to fucking go there. The only other one that didn't fall into that fucking trap was the Red Wall cartoon of all fucking things. Granted, when your rodents are gray, brown, orange, you gotta get a bit more creative with the color of your clothing palette.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grant, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
Fuck off and fuck off. You did right.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Right. Oh, quick. Crouch, crouch, crouch. I got these weird quarter and half reloads. I see motherfucker.
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next.
There.
I thought I would go crazy. Thought.
Okay. Oh, fucking. I can't. Oh shit, that was fucking close. Oh my god, yeah, that's the only thing with the reloaders, the double shooters. If I'm fucked out of ammo, I'm really fucked. Why? We have the best conversation when I get stuck in the worst parts of the game. That's always how this goes.
Guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
Guardians of the Garden of the Dead. Come on. Patience. God. One. Two.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
All right. It's 1, 2, 3. One more. Way back. There's 2 more there. Let's see.
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next.
All right. Fuck. Get up here. I'll get back. I'll get my ass back in the second fucking game. There we go. You also get a second debate, so I can't really tell what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Okay, yeah. The game's really being a dick about this shit. Right in front of it. Run. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Ah, shit. Oh, fuck. Where? Where the... Oh. Oh, my fucking... You guys shitting me. Last one. Come on, please.
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Oh, no. Where is he at?
General, leading his Legion of the Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Told us before you see him alive.
He was alive.
Yeah, let's do this. I gotta run. Ah, fuck.
Then I heard a voice call to me from
Oh,
afar.
stop it, please!
Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
Oh, thank fuck. Oh my god. That's a pretty sick homage, I gotta lie. Oh no!
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Imagine
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Imagine James Cameron made a like a bland looking affair on the inside.
Have to kill you.
Nah. Performance exaggerates vibrance for all the classic album covers. Yes!
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
She's spreading them, boys.
You frittered it all away, Butch. Eda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
Okay, I'll chat after this. Is a Mexican standoff. You can just press Q and E to switch your focus on the enemy you're looking at. Oh shit. Oh god, no. This is wait, I hate this. I hate this setup. I fucking hate it already. Oh my god. I don't know how to explain how bad this feels. It's fucking terrible. Oh my god. You do not know how bad this thing feels. So you have to press A and D, alright, to move left and right for the hand. But then right above your left and right is your Q and E to move between the two people. So you're trying to balance your hands and your fucking focus and the two of them. And if one fucker shoots, you gotta be fast enough to shoot both of them. Holy crap, who designed this? Oh my god. I can't imagine what's like a fucking console, man. Okay, Alejandro, sorry. Sideshow says, Book of the New Sun. That was good, yeah. Crimson Knight says, the name of the college, the backdrop was quite different, because seeing Catholic villages can only be interesting for so long. I'd say it depends on your fucking autism. If you love every little nuance and tiny shit the same way gun nerds do, train geeks are, and automobile enthusiasts are, there's no fucking end to it. And I don't mean like, the, you know, those fake ones who just like, oh, I like steampunk because it's vaguely English. No, not the fuckers. Before I'm like that with old Japanese architecture. Teach me all the fucking shrines and symbolism. Teach me about the fucking seals and shit. Also, my autism lies. Well, they shoot swords and the other one just farts. Well, it depends. Do we want honor or not? Because if the heartbeat goes up, I can shoot them first, but it counts against you. And I don't know if the game's got different endings or not. So I should have looked that up. But you do have a reputation score, you know. That's fine. Hands in position. This boy's not. Okay, your hand does fuck up a little bit. Nice. Okay, he's close in. He drew first last time. There we go.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
So you have to manually change. It won't auto-lock to your opponent. Holy moly. I think this is the most nuggets we got in one mission, actually. But if one of you shoot, if one of you just so much farts, well, they shouldn't have had those beans for lunch, man. Here lies Butch Cassidy. The beans for lunch, music followed, and he died. Finale already? Alright, let's do the finale then. Let's finish this shit up. Okay, so I thought there were more chapters in the game. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the second pack and just missions.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob?
There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
Ooh! Was not expecting that twist.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Ooh! I was not expecting that. What should we do, chat? Revenge or redemption? Vote now on your phones. I'll give you guys a minute. Do you know that Tex-Mex? Bro, Tex-Mex is great. Deep fried burrito, cheese, hot sauce, all of that sodium clogging your veins. You know you're gonna feel like shit afterwards. You're gonna die when you shit. But damn, is that flavor not the shit. Were you just playing the rest of Epic Mickey? I actually had the original Epic Mickey. I wish I could have gotten that paintbrush nunchuck. Yeah. I think besides the ending, if we get Revenge or Redemption, like, let me look it up and see what it does, and I'll try to keep it vague as shit. Okay. Because we call him Bob, so we call him out, so he's basically one of the killers he was talking about. So I think if we pick Redemption, we let him walk away, but I think if we pick Revenge, we gotta do a gunfight. If I can just let me see if I can do chapter select after this and pick the other ending. So yeah, so one, we forgive him, we walk away, I think, and we just let him live his life now that he's quote-unquote changed. But if we do Revenge, we get to do a difficult gunfight with him. What do you guys think? I want to see what the arrow does. I would make it a poll, but I have to leave the game for that because of the window lock. Okay, guys? Give you 30 seconds to type your shit in, and then whatever I see more of by that point, I'll go with. I'm thinking Revenge. Maybe. If Redemption implies Bob should repent for his actions. Oh, I didn't think about it that way yet. You know, Red Dead Cowboy Grand Theft Auto drag you around everywhere when there's one part on the map that you can play that it's not even part of the campaign. 2. Redemption for Good Friday. All right. So he's sorry. He gets to join the Good Thief. And this is the part where we punch him, we put him, and maybe we take our dual revolvers, and we put 2 bullet holes in his arms. That's a little too fucked, I think. That okay, but if he beats him down with a Bible, man, I don't know what to expect. Redemption, let's go.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
I think he was calling us out then.
Wanted to suss you out, Bob.
Who said the word?
See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
Kent.
It's Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
Become president? Oh my god. Ozark Mountains become president. I'm a sucker for that old yellow paper vibe. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, colonial America, medieval Europe, or torn up Chinese scrolls. Something about aged paper makes me go, I love the aesthetic of it. Can I skip this? Yes, I can. You're saying that spiritual Earl Gibbon. New game plus a new story everything all unlocks the weapons. True West difficulty is now available. Try with the story with minimal HUD and extra difficulties for the real Western experience. If I wanted that, I'd play Call of Duty Modern Warfare on fucking Veteran, and you're dead in 3 shots. That's cool as a new game plus, though. I would have ever expected that, but I wonder if that leads to a different ending. I want to try. Oh, you can redo duels or arcade. Let me try arcade for a little bit. We'll just shoot the shit for a bit. Actually, one second. Actually, one second. Wait, one second. I want to see who's going to show my name or not. Yeah, give me 1 second. My bad, yeah. Didn't mean for that to happen. Escape back. Okay. Let's try, yeah. I think we just call it here. I think it's a pretty good place to call it. Alright guys, what are your guys' closing thoughts for today? I know this was a bit on the shorter side, but I think it was well paced. It wasn't just one chapter and then the end. Yeah, so maybe they gotta put a new poll up there. I'm thinking about doing more Japanese games after these next 2 days. There also a Journey to the West game I'm thinking about playing, but it's an RPG, and on one hand the story's pretty cool, on the other hand, it's an RPG, you know how the fucking grind can be. So I gotta find something a bit more actiony for you guys, or whatever you guys want. We'll figure something out. Game's great. I got it on sale, or it was in a bundle, I can't remember what it was, and I was like, oh, can't hurt. No, I'm surprised I hadn't played this thing fucking sooner. This is the last one of the Call of Juarez trilogy, surprisingly. But if you gotta connect, Puppet Master Gunslinger is a really good one. You do this basically with like your hand, and with the connect, you're supposed to put your finger like with the finger gun. You actually can just shoot everybody by aiming like that, and just shake your hand on the side and then reload the gun for you. I love it. So that means to play it. If you got a new MacBook, your M2 chip or higher should be able to do gaming pretty damn well. I will be in VC today, yeah, day tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll hop on them there in a second. Yeah. Alright guys, well, I'm glad we were able to enjoy this journey into the Wild Wild West, and we ended off with some Christopher Lee. And so, tomorrow's game, we'll figure that out. We'll be surprised. Oh, right before I forgot. Because tomorrow is my Sunday, I'll be going to the morning service if I get up early enough. And so the stream will be a bit delayed, like when we did that one late stream of Resident Evil last year. So just a heads up. Okay, so until then, this is Shimo signing off. Take care, raise those fucking horns, and remember, make sure you have good whiskey on the rocks.